Hi friend, Marissa Morrison here. Welcome to our channel and welcome to this video. I am so excited that you're here. I am pulling the curtain back and I am taking you behind the scenes to a high-end, large-scale wedding that took place in New Orleans. It is not a wedding that I would have been able to photograph my first few years in this career. I have to tell you, this is one that took a lot of experience behind me in order to have the understanding of what it takes to document this kind of wedding. And you're gonna get to come with me and see exactly what it took. It wasn't perfect, but with a lot of great preparation, an amazing team, which, by the way, we had a much larger team for this wedding than most other weddings. You know, I had my usual amazing second shooter, but I had to bring in a third shooter for this wedding. My husband was documenting video and he had his usual amazing second shooter, but had to bring in a third as well. And then we also had someone doing behind the scenes. And that's what you're about to be a part of today. I hope you gained so much value from watching this. There was once a time when I had only dreamed of booking a wedding like this. So wherever you are, I want you to know that your dreams of building a thriving business are so possible. And I am here and on this channel to see you make that happen. So get ready, get a notepad. We're gonna go on a journey. We're gonna document this beautiful wedding together and I'll be here. So let's go.
So you can just show us getting the floating on, like, because so Chase's goal is like to make the B2.
There.
Tie it up and then cut it out.
Take that.
Now, one thing that you want to note here is you see that me, my husband, and our team, we are having conversations. We are not just showing up to the prep location ready to go, right? We are actually showing up hours before at a different location, having a team meeting, making sure that we're on the same page. Every single wedding that you shoot deserves to have this kind of attention on it, even if it's a smaller scale. So one recommendation right off the bat here is your preparation for every single wedding day is going to determine how successful you are.
Yeah, you can. You got your knife, your pocket knife.
Okay, I'll let y'all kind of play.
It's on the shelf. It's on the pantry shelf.
Pantry
Up there by your
shelf.
feet, Chris.
Yeah, okay. And there's a yellow envelope, and so
When we come out from the first look,
one really cool thing about this wedding is that we are in the city, and we began in the heart of the city, right downtown. And then from there, we move on up to the park, a little bit out of the city. So there's a lot of transportation happening. And our team was instrumental in making sure that we got where we needed to be. And without those people, I guarantee you the schedule would have gone behind. Things would have gone wrong. And so you've got to think about every single angle and what could go wrong on a wedding day.
thank you.
Everyone tried.
Hello. Thank you.
It's on this floor, right? Nope, it's one up.
The camera master.
I'm touching her up after
Just
first look.
who do you think should bustle
that So where should we just go by the pool? Like where should we?
Now, I like to have these kind of conversations with vendors ahead of time. Again, that preparation is everything. But you want to be ready for times in which the vendors need your support. They need you to give them direction. And so always be prepared to be a team player at every single wedding you show up at. It will always pay off in the long run, and you're going to get better photos.
After that? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm really just feeling.
Good jams.
Oh no, we're gonna pick up.
It's just like love. It's really stunning. You want to go like underneath the cloud?
Because I still have to do this. Yeah. Can I like take the opposite end of the table? Like here? Piece of floor or something.
And so I'm telling the lady at Kleinfeld's, I'm like, my aunt is so stylish, can't wait till you see her on camera. My aunt picks up in her robe and like rollers in her hair. And this lady is like, what is going on right now? Come to your appointment, I moved to New York. And I was like, you did?
Just kind of hang out like that.
I had it steamed.
Oh,
If you don't think it's sparkly enough, I can wash it.
oh no, that's perfect.
I actually noticed it. He's looking extra smart.
One thing that you want to keep in mind is your client's experience. And I think this is obvious, but you can see here that Devin and I, we genuinely care about our couples. And we're just hanging out. We're with her on her wedding day. We're supporting her. But most importantly, we want to make sure that she feels comfortable in her own skin, that she can really be in the moment and not feel like it's all about the pictures, even though she has told me exactly how important these pictures are to her. But be aware of how your energy is impacting the people in the room.
Yeah, so we went to get Justin's grandfather's watch fixed, and like they're like, hey, do you want me to clean your ring? I was like, yes, please.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah, that looks amazing. Just a nice light right there.
That's what I was concerned about. Like, how is the light?
You know, like when you're shooting on the camera.
That mascara. Do the big shot of all you guys in your row.
This hotel is the Roosevelt Hotel in New Orleans, and it is absolutely stunning. But I have to tell you, the hotel room that most of the bridal prep is in is not my favorite. I really love to have a prep location that has windows on more than one wall. So I like to recommend a corner suite. In this instance, this is the room that is their suite, and it has one window. And so it's not, I've got to tell you, it's not my favorite. But you know, being a wedding photographer, you've got to be able to make magic anywhere.
So let's have like maybe two of you come, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's gonna be off a little, right?
There was 10 of them.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Oh, we're missing. I think Carrie went to get something, so we can just.
Oh, okay. Why don't we do this? Maybe we just do.
I think she went to drop the kids off.
Yeah. Mom and Nana.
No. Oh, everyone's wearing the same thing.
Okay, I'm like, I'm gonna.
The robe with the blonde hair. Where is that? What he said? Oh my God, you guys! Big smiles right here. 1, 2, and 3. 11. I'm gonna take a few. Oh my goodness. Go ahead, look at each other. Oh my goodness, you guys! This is good practice for later. You guys go to bomber right at me. Like, yes, I'm getting married. Yes, so good. That's perfect. All right.
Because we had to send it privately to her. So I don't know if she's going to include some of it in her vow. I don't know if I can get through this letter.
It's okay. Even though it's this side, like that, and take it off.
It's the prettier.
You really want to make sure that you've built trust with your clients throughout the journey leading up to the wedding day. You can see that here she is really leaning on us to say, hey, how do I pose? How do you want me to position myself? And I think it's because we have shared a vision and she genuinely trusts us. And that is so important in creating images that your clients love.
Hand, so.
Yeah. And then when you take it off, you can just kind of rest it on that arm, you know,
Okay.
and then just step back this way.
And Devin, where are you gonna?
Perfect.
Beautiful. So I'm gonna come.
I'm pretty wide. Should I start tighter? And then go.
I'm gonna go
I
tighter.
mean, should I start wide and then grab my tighter ones after?
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna take this and bring it this way. I'm actually gonna have Yelena, do you have a favorite side?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna have you come this way, just a hair, and you're gonna face the light. Yep, just like that. And you can face a little this way with your body, and then your face will get to go left. And then I'm just going to actually go back 2 steps.
For the bridal prep, don't be afraid to position the bride in the perfect spot for the light. It is so important. Once you get her there, then you just let it unfold.
Yeah, towards the wall.
Yeah, oh, that's perfect. Oh, and Mom, I know you're gonna thank me later.
What?
No, you're good.
No, you're good.
Beautiful. Oh, wow. And then Yelena, kind of look back at your mom. Oh, I love
How much you
it.
want to get
Yes,
entertainer down.
so good.
Don't want to interrupt the photos.
Perfect. And then Yelena, just look down, kind of, yep, just like that. Yes. Beautiful. I'm gonna. I love it. Getting
Mom's
her
such a
ready to see her
natural.
groom. Yeah, you can even. Go ahead and look down, Yelena. Okay. Perfect. Oh wow. Can I go a little tighter?
Mom is so good at this.
A little bit more of that perspective. Yes. Oh wow. And then Yelena, just look to your right, just so I can kind of see the profile. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Beautiful. Kind of giggle like, oh, those are my girls. Oh yes. That is perfect. And then I think you can put your earrings in.
Okay.
Are you able to do them on your own?
Yeah, but my mom needs to get them. They're in there. Mom,
Okay.
they're on the table.
Beautiful. Wow.
I'm gonna get one of you, Marissa.
Okay.
I'm just getting this.
Yes.
It's on the safe.
That's perfect. Do you want to have Nona? Or is
Yeah.
it like a family heirloom?
No, this is
I was
just
trying to
this
think
is
of
my
something
borrow.
Yeah, she borrowed from me.
No, that can participate in this because this is our family.
Yeah. Because I know we wanted to include her.
Opposite of the engagement ring.
I like it because there's something
Yeah.
happening.
Not gonna be really just pretend we'll get
Pretend.
them. I will pretend. Şu an aydın. I'll do it.
Did you figure out?
No. Can you? Blue is inside this thing. Gabby.
You guys want to get a photo together real quick for all the shoes? While you're both there? Yeah. Oh, 1, 2, and 3. Oh, so beautiful. Look at it. Look right here at me. Yep. Oh, so good. You can look at each other. Oh, yes. I love that. That's perfect. Over the years, I've found that every client really is unique. And I mean, down to their preferences of how they would like to experience you. And so I have found that some clients, they love direction. They really lean on me for that. And others, they want more of a kind of fly on the wall approach. And I've found that it's important to give every client that unique approach. And so here with this client, I found that posing, that direction was exactly what was needed and what they felt most comfortable to receive throughout our portraits. A little bit more of that. Turn back around, and then you'll sit, and then that way the dress is just naturally the right way. And so you'll sit here. Are you able to reach and put your shoes on?
We'll see.
If not, we can always
They made me put them on before. I put the dress on previously.
you want to bring it up.
All 18 layers.
All 18 layers. So that one's the main one you want to make sure is up there, because then this one's beautiful.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
just kind of.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It's really just the silk layer.
Yeah,
you're good. Look at your shoes. Beautiful.
Kind of making a shadow. You can keep looking down at the shoes. Yeah, perfect.
My husband and I at this time were offering photography and cinematography services exclusively together. So him and I have worked countless weddings together. I have not counted, maybe even 100. I'd have to check. But you'll hear us kind of go back and forth throughout the entire day. And if you are working with a video team, it's going to benefit you to pay attention how we talk to each other. We are always thinking of one another. And whether or not you're with a team or working with a totally separate company, it's really important to operate as one unit for the sake of the client and the artistry. And of course, well, the timeline.
That looks beautiful.
I don't want to talk to you.
Tighter, just gonna pull it tight, the bows. Beautiful, I'm gonna grab one more.
Kind of like go a bit and then pull it tight. Yep, that was perfect.
Smell real big while you're doing it.
Let me get one more
Grab
shot.
the bows and pull real big and smell. Yeah, that's great.
I'll see you in a little while.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Love you guys.
Love you too. Alright, do you need any tissue?
Good? I think I'm okay.
Okay.
We'll see. When Dad starts crying.
Did you tell her the trick on not to cry, Chris?
Sorry, baby.
Usually what she's-
Now, in order to be able to make these photos happen in this room, we had to move all of the furniture. I realize I could have said this earlier, but you can really see it right now in this space. Like, there is no coffee table. There's 2 chairs. There's like a side table, a lamp, and a matter of fact, to the right, underneath another table, we tuck under the coffee table, you know. We had to clean house to get the best spot for her prep. My recommendation to you is don't be afraid to do so yourself.
Y'all can see Daddy. Beautiful. And smile. Perfect. And I'll take this for you, so you don't have to, so you can hug Dad and all that.
So we're getting ready for the first look with Dad here, and you'll notice I am photographing our beautiful bride. I can't tell you how important it is to have really gorgeous, timeless bridal portraits in your portfolio. And so all you need is good light and a clean backdrop, clean wall, and that's what we have here. And so I'm taking that time to photograph our bride to make sure that we have these images. We're on a little bit of a tight timeline, and so using your time wisely and being on top of it, knowing the shots you need are really, that is what is going to help you achieve the portfolio that you're going after, is again, preparation.
See, I didn't show you a picture, right, of this dress? Or did I?
Oh, Daddy's little girl.
Yes.
Can you show me one more time?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah. Smile at me. Oh, I love it.
Thank you.
That's so sweet. Should we get a photo with a formal one at the park? This is perfect. Perfect.
Thank you.
So this has been what I've been worried for this until like the father-daughter dance, because I want the father-daughter dance in this.
Yeah. Yeah, let me have you come to the left a little bit. Just so I don't have, yeah, even more. Go a little more. A little more. Yep, and then take 3 steps back. So Chris, I know you had him right in the middle, but I'm gonna.
No, I just had him here.
Oh, okay,
I'll wait
okay,
for
okay.
you.
Okay. Because I don't want those chairs.
I know you get it.
I'm like, why?
Here we go. It's time for the first look. So as you can see at this gorgeous hotel, one of our best options is the rooftop. It is private, secluded. It's going to make sure that our couple gets to have a few moments without people all around them. And if you've ever been in New Orleans, you know there's people everywhere. Now, there's also a ceremony about to happen on this rooftop. So I had to very strategically get our groom in the right location. Part of my team had already photographed him, which you missed here, because the behind the scenes team stayed with me. And for this, I had to make sure that he did not see our bride. And so that's why I'm giving him this one step, you know, hey, take a step here. Make sure that you are in the perfect location for this moment.
But like, let me know what's happening.
Yeah.
I don't like surprises.
What are you about to get
I want to
hit
know
by?
when it's gonna happen. Like be like she's on the way. I'm like she's behind you.
Okay, I'm gonna have Chris over that. Hey.
Okay. All right.
Don't look. Okay, so I've got to be honest, this is kind of hilarious. I'm on the ground, but I must say I'm not surprised. I do this often. If I if I see it in my head, I'm always attached to that camera, looking through the viewfinder, moving with the moment, keeping it on locked on my eye. And sometimes it just brings me to the ground. And, hey, you get some epic moments for it too. In fact, Devin, my husband, was going to make an entire reel of all these moments of me laying on the ground because it is so funny. But it really is epic. Now, of course, during the ceremony, certain times it would not be appropriate. And one could argue that this is not appropriate, but you know what? I am unapologetic. I'm going to get the shot. Anything for the shot, right?
I was like, oh cool, the wedding's over. Thanks for coming, everyone. You know. Yeah, I heard he lost it. Yeah. I would never do that for sure. It's definitely not like that. I did, but I had it straight. And then I was reading it, and then I was like, oh, I gotta think about something like I started thinking about baseball and stuff. I was thinking about I think about that, just read the words. Could we try a jump? Yes. Oh my god. Oh yeah, did you love it? Is it? That's very cool. That's I didn't tell anyone to do anything, so I didn't tell anyone.
No.
I saw you.
Oh my god, that looks awesome.
So just a variety of different lengths. Oh, I just love that. So different.
Yeah, that looks
So I would say the rest.
Yes.
Stay right here though. Hold hands. I'm just gonna photograph. I figured why not as you're walking this way.
Wait, you're usually looking at the top, right?
Look at each other.
Oh. That was fun.
Look at that pretty lady. Yes. Got a kiss right there. Oh.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah.
You know, a cute lady. I love it.
Grab a detail shot of the trolley and send it.
We are heading to the ceremony location, which is a little bit out of downtown New Orleans. Therefore, we are walking with the couple to their trolley. And of course, this red trolley, it is very quintessential New Orleans. And so we want to make sure to capture that part of the day. And it's also a part of the storytelling aspect here. When you are changing locations, if you're able to show that transition through imagery, it allows them to remember the entire experience. What is the story? And that is a part of it. They went on that trolley with all of their best friends, and they are just having an absolute blast, and they deserve to remember it. So what you're not seeing here is me and Devin on the trolley with them, capturing every single moment. This is one of my favorite spots in New Orleans for portraits. It's called City Park. And when the light is right, it glows through the moss of the trees. It is so, so dreamy. So I love that this couple chose this location for their portraits, and it's right next to their location, which was in the park as well. And you'll see it shortly.
Kiss kind of like you did. Yeah, kind of giggle. Yeah, big, big smile. So happy. It's your wedding day, you guys. And then say just like this. I want to try. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Oh, so beautiful.
That sun peeking through.
It always turns out great.
Yeah, kind of close your eyes, going a little closer right
And let me have
Justin's
your
nose on the,
outside.
yep, right there first.
Film because it's a little different with the internal meter than the digital. So,
Nice.
and the main reason I shoot film really, but the digital camera I got is also really magical.
There's two different types of magic.
Yes, but it's so magical that I can match it, but I have to have it to match it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it gives me that that red thread to follow.
Good.
So it's good. Yeah.
I just realized this camera gives me a countdown of how much minutes I've left on the battery.
Really? That's nice.
We will. Absolutely. You think I like just like that.
We
So
have
you guys
her-
just kind of hang out. I'm getting really tight stuff. You can see the ring is kind of crazy. Like the ring. Go ahead and come in really. Actually, let me have you put your hand on his cheeks, kind of like this. Beautiful. Yep. And come in really, really close, kind of like that same thing where you're about to kiss. Beautiful. Yeah. Oh wow. And giggle just a little bit. Yeah. Put your hands on the back of his neck. Beautiful.
Oh, if you come right here, you can see the bracelet.
And go ahead, you're just about to kiss and giggle real big. Big giggles. Yeah. And then go ahead and kiss. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Let me have you give her a kiss on her cheek. Yes. And you kind of giggle because he's being real sweet. Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's so good. Oh, I love it. So let me have you guys go ahead and kiss. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's so much more magical than you realize. I promise. It's incredible. Oh, I think that. Oh my gosh.
On the ground again. Here we go. But I have to say, it was so worth it. And remember, you carry the energy. So, so important. The joy, the laughter coming out of your heart, the awareness of their emotions, it really makes a difference in the images. People ask me all the time about posing. You guys, the most important thing in your posing is that the body language speaks love, intimacy, romance, connection. And if it doesn't, then it doesn't matter what pose there is. And so that's why your energy is so important. It makes their body language be natural, which is what you want and it's what they want. And when it's natural, they're having a good time too.
Fix your hair. Beautiful. Oh my word. And look off while you're doing it as well. Gorgeous. You can pretend like you're counting flowers, like he loves me not. Beautiful.
So as you can see here, I am keeping the camera to my eye. I am moving my body with the camera. And I think this is so important when it comes to finding the right angle, the right composition. And in addition to this, you'll also notice that I start further back, capturing full body, and then I move in tighter. When it comes to posing, a lot of times one pose can create so many different images with different feels and vibes to them. And so make sure that you're exploring all the angles, that you are getting the full body, full scenery, and moving into tighter shots before changing poses. You're gonna find that your portfolio really expands.
This even looks great, like how she's sitting. If they're like some tight shots, because it's a unique angle. Because since I'm a little shorter, it could be. I keep trying to think of like
Some different stuff, yeah.
yeah. Kim would be mad if I didn't get it.
Yeah,
And
she
she's
would.
gonna say, "Where's that pretty boutonniere I did?"
God, dude, the flowers are so cool looking.
So above and beyond. See that little lens work in. There we go. And then that's great. Yes.
Have him
That's
look off
perfect.
one more time.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just such a good profile on the watch. It's really good.
Oh yeah.
Doing this, just kind of bring it in.
Bring it down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not squish, just kind of soft.
Okay.
Yep, that's it, right there.
Great.
That's magic. You got it. Yep. All right. Beautiful. Smiling right here at me. 1, 2, and 3. Awesome. 1, 2, and 3. And then go ahead and hold your lapel just so you have a couple options there.
with my wife. Like just a
Awesome.
random
And then, ready?
Yep.
So, go ahead, look at each other. Beautiful. Beautiful. Lean in and give her a kiss. Does that feel later? Yes.
Now, you don't always need to fix the train and the wedding dress to make it perfect, but there are many poses or portraits that you are creating creatively in your mind that you are bringing to life. And guess what? You need to fix that train. You do need to fix the dress. It is so worth it. Can you imagine if you have ever been married, you know how this feels? And if you haven't, just imagine being in your wedding dress on your wedding day with the veil. You know, you really deserve to show your grandkids what it looked like when it was laid out perfectly.
And Yelena,
That
take your
is
arm and go
what
up
every
with your
single
hand.
bride deserves. Now, there are moments during the day when it's real, it's raw, the moment is happening, and it would be out of place to fix the dress. You just allow the moment to happen. It doesn't need to be perfect. And I think that's what makes a great wedding photographer, knowing when you need to jump in and when your input and energy is going to make a positive impact, and when, in fact, your input would actually detract from the richness of the moment. You know, if grandma's hugging and embracing, I'm not going to say, wait, let's fix the dress. You know, there's a time and a place for everything. And knowing how to insert yourself throughout the day is absolutely everything. It really, really is.
Awesome. You ready for the shot? Okay. All right. So we're gonna try a few, just like walking this way. And so I'm gonna have you on the other side, and then you're gonna lead her about 1 step ahead.
So Justin, you're gonna be almost
And you're gonna walk like this,
like that same kind of like side step where you keep your shoulders opened up to us a little more.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
can see your face good.
Okay, but you'll be shooting here?
kind of like where he is.
Yeah.
So
Once
you'll
you get here, you're done.
so you'll just be
Because I don't want to go in the leaves, you know.
it's gonna be a lot like yeah, you'll be okay, but like you'll
And it
be
is
like a
beautiful
step
when you
ahead of
hold your
her
dress,
and you'll be
it's
kind of
like
looking
this.
back at her like this, yeah.
Gotcha.
Just like that. Perfect.
And look, as a matter of fact, I think we'll have more opportunity if we come back like a few steps. Just so it is like literally a one take kind of thing.
Yeah, sure.
Just so we have a little more runway, so to speak. Keep coming, just like 3 more steps. So 1, 2, 3.
These are wedding shoot steps.
Yeah.
Lift up your left foot.
This is the paint stuff is just like,
Reposition where you're facing.
just fucking soft. I think.
There. All right, and go ahead.
I've been in some routes.
Wow. Did you get it? We'll do the guys.
Okay. You want more water? Do you need help? I'm okay. Where should we put you?
They're glasses,
He's
right?
a transition lens.
Don't say that aloud.
They're gonna go dark.
He's like,
I think it's okay. Do you think it's okay? You're okay with it?
I can say nothing loud. But I can work.
I'm like the same way, so I can respect that. With her and where you guys gonna be at, and then I'll go. Literally just right here.
I feel like I hear this often with photographers talking about groomsmen and how they can be hard to deal with and this and the other. And I have definitely seen my fair share of groomsmen that have been hard to deal with. I can tell you that. But for the most part, if you assert yourself and you give clear direction, I think that you can have a great time with groomsmen. I think it's really your mindset and how you come at the situation. And knowing your vision and being able to articulate it. You also want to make sure that you minimize the gaps between each person when you're doing group photos. There's nothing that stands out more like a massive gap between two people when there's 10 people total and there's like one gap. So you definitely want to bring people in together. And so you'll see me doing that through all of our group photos.
Come along, come along. Very nice. Come on over here.
I have no idea. You're like, who's taller?
Everyone, make sure your top button is buttoned. Now the other key is that there's no gaps between you, so you can't be like all the way in. You kind of have to be a little bit open, but
Still kind of opened up.
yeah, so turn a little more. Yep.
Rest your shoulder on my shoulder.
Yeah, like let
So then I'm here.
well, you want to be a little further out.
Oh, thank God. These guys are too strong.
Well, my shoulder's so long.
Yeah.
Throw it a little bit more. Throw it a little bit more.
Sounds
Like move your body closer. Yep. A little bit. You got it. You got it. Come in a little more. Perfect. Open up a little bit. Yep. Open up a little bit. Yep. And come in a little more right here. And then take two. Both of you take one step back. Yep. And then come closer. And then open up more. I appreciate it.
I'm just like,
you open up.
I need constant.
This is good. This is. And all of you, another thing that I hate to be a stickler, but you'll be thankful I do it. Just go with your white shirts and just kind of make sure they're all in the right positions, all that good stuff. You got it. Oh yeah, makes all the difference in the world. You guys look awesome. And there. Oh, hold on, we got a person. One, two. He's almost gone. He's almost gone. Okay. All right.
So in this situation, I did send my second shooter over to photograph the bride with each bridesmaid, as well as the groom with each groomsman. Not all of my clients want those photos, again, approaching every client uniquely, but in this situation, they wanted those. And so in order to make this schedule move quickly, having my second shooter do those portraits while I'm photographing the larger groups certainly helped us move more efficiently.
Let me have you two snuggle in real tight. Everyone's going to kind of angle in towards Helena. Beautiful. And I'm going to have you step back a little bit so that your shoulder is behind her. Even more. You want to have your feet on the same.
I'm having a hard time like sinking.
You can't cry.
It's not that I'm that.
You're doing great. And I tell you what, perfect. And then I'm going to get the veil. And then, so we'll do this one, and then we will do all of you guys laughing at each other. So that's just such a sweet one. And then we'll walk, and you guys can help her with her dress. Yes, you might need it anyway. And then we'll get the guys over here, one big group shot. And then, of course, we got to get one with y'all kissing, and everyone like, woohoo! And then...
Who's kissing?
Kissy face.
We're all making out.
And then the next one,
Jess, I think you
1,
and
2,
Shane
3, 4. So one more, and then
Yeah, everybody else switch.
perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah. So you two over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Okay, and make sure that you are guy, girl, guy, girl, guy, girl. So like, yep, perfect.
Marissa, there's like that wire thing in front of like Brennan. I just want to make sure it's on the
I can deal with it. Don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah, I'll have some.
Just leave it. I'll deal with it when you go to take the pictures.
I'm gonna go real quick. So I'm gonna have you guys snuggle up.
Like close?
Yep, real close, real close. Just like we did, everyone.
For group photos, I do try to get at least 3 to 5 of one group portrait. The reason being, I want to make sure that I have all eyes open. I want to make sure that I have a couple different options to make sure that I nailed the focus. And so I get that question a lot, especially in low light at the church. I am always making sure in group photos that I'm getting at least 3 to 5 so that I have enough to work with to ensure that I nailed the most perfect group photo.
What? Are you videoing him?
You're fine. You can go wherever you need to.
Oh, okay. So why don't we're heading to the hairstyles now. So just like you guys had helped her with the dress, we'll just do that kind of thing and have all you guys walking, just kind of like a natural moment of you guys heading out. But we got the portrait. We're done with that. So if you guys can help Elena with it, just leave the front down as you learn. But just kind of help her with the back. And Elena, you could put it on your arm even.
Yeah, I'll take the veil. You just have to take the veil.
And then when you guys are just gonna walk, we're happy, same thing, we're just kind of on our way out. And then whenever you got Elena, whenever you two get about right here, I'll have you guys stop, chest to chest, kiss, and everyone around like, wow, yes! So when we get here, okay?
Oh no, you need to get next to her, I think.
So let's let this part down. It shows in the
I think I
happy! Everyone's smiling! Yes! All right there, wrap your arms around her. I love her. That's awesome.
Now we are done with portraits. Time to head on over to the beautiful location they chose for their wedding ceremony. And this is really when the style of documentation really changes for me personally. The earlier part of the day, I am much more involved. I am directing and guiding. This part of the day, ceremony onward, really it's a lot about documenting, just being there, embracing the moment, honoring them, being so sensitive to the emotion. I was talking to my husband the other day, like sometimes I can even tell before they wipe a tear, or before someone grabs a hand. I've seen so many of these beautiful moments. And so being aware of that and just kind of stepping back at this part of the day gives the clients the chance to kind of take a deep breath, remember what the day really is all about, and to really, truly experience it. So we took this time while the bride and the groom were getting tucked away and documented all of the beautiful details of the ceremony. And before the ceremony began, guests started to arrive, having cocktails and hugging and saying hello to people they haven't seen in years. And it was a beautiful, beautiful time. The energy was really high. It was full of love. Everyone was so excited to see the couple. And it was just such a fun kind of in-between space of the day for us too, creatively.
Rejoice together with the joy you have set aside for them since the days of creation. You said, Yelena, you are laid back. Sorry.
Now, for the ceremony, we needed all hands on deck for the video. And that meant there went our behind the scenes guy. So we don't have behind the scenes of me shooting the ceremony. But I will tell you that during the ceremony, I am moving around quite a bit. I definitely am taking an account of all the guests and everyone there, making sure that I am not distracting from what's happening, but I definitely am moving from the back to the side. During the rings and the vows, that is the time in which I will go up closer to the couple. That's really the only time. Aside from that, I'm a little bit pulled back. I'm usually shooting with a 50 millimeter. I love to use my Fujifilm GFX 100, which is what I use for the entire wedding day, and my 63 millimeter Fujinon, but on a medium. This is a medium format camera, and on a full frame camera, it's more like a 50 millimeter. So that is my method with ceremony. Sorry, we don't have that, but don't you worry. We're going to have so many more behind the scenes coming your way this year. And so you're going to get to see a lot of behind the scenes for ceremony. So we'll have that for you coming on following behind the scenes, which is one reason you're going to want to make sure that you hit subscribe if you haven't done so.
Party. You had like you had a blazer for every day. Go for it. Yeah,
We had a few portraits that we had to knock out of the way before we went to the reception. And so we did our best to get all of these before the ceremony. That's usually ideal so that we don't have any portraits after the ceremony. That is the goal. But we had a few that could not happen until after because the folks in the photos were not present until after the ceremony. Of course, they were at the ceremony, but of course, we needed to still take those photos. So. For the reception, the street block that is, was completely shut down so that the bride and groom could arrive in their Rolls Royce. We had to be there ahead of them and the guests arriving. And so when we left, let me tell you, we hauled it to downtown to the Orpheum Theater in New Orleans. And it was an absolute blast to watch them come in, to see them arrive, and all of their guests to cheer and to celebrate them. Really, throughout all of our clients' wedding days, we value them in such a way that we feel that they're friends. And I think that that makes documenting these events so special for us. And I think that that's why our clients always have such a great experience. And so again, just bringing your heart into every single moment is what I think makes this job so fulfilling.
Oh, he's got the mic hanging off.
Here they come. All right, so this is high stakes here, right? This is a moment we're not going to repeat. So my team, we are coordinating, making sure we're all on the same page and moving quickly. I have already set my camera before they arrive, and that is so important. For me, I love to push the camera a little bit before I use a flash. And so in this scenario, I'm not using a flash yet. For much of this reception, I do not use a flash. I'm not opposed to it. Again, I just prefer that artistically. And so I have my camera ready beforehand and we're rocking and rolling. It's happening and the energy's high. When we arrived, as soon as the bride and groom went into the cocktail space, the main theater in which the reception was to be held, we photographed it entirely. My team was there ahead of me, and I want to let you know they photographed it as well. But when we got there, I just had to get my hands on all those pretty details. So I went in there, got those photos while my team was photographing the group outside of the cocktail hour, what was happening. And the bride and groom got to see the reception space for the first time, a private viewing, just the two of them. And so, of course, we had to document that as well. So I really like to approach receptions like I am getting to know everyone there. You know, I really in the beginning like to kind of stay distant. I'm present, I'm getting the shots, but I'm not asking people for portraits just yet. I kind of let people warm up as they are getting comfortable in the space, seeing people that they love, they haven't seen for years. And from there, that's whenever I began to engage more with people there. It's another reason that we love to dress really, really nice. We invest in high-end brands for our wardrobe for wedding days. We really want to blend in as if we're a guest. A lot of times people are saying, how do you know the bride and groom? Were you friends with them before? You know, hey, are you a guest? You know, sometimes they're just kind of piecing together because we look like we are attending a wedding. You know, and I think that that really impacts how the guests interact around us. And of course, it's a part of our brand, which is really, really important in building a thriving business.
Give it up for your bride and groom! Woo! That's right, y'all. Come on and on to the dance floor. Let's get this party.
And so you can see here, Devin has so wonderfully put in place here where we are located. You can see me there to the left, Devin there to the right. We really are in the mix with the people, especially when dancing is happening. We are in the dance floor. You probably won't be able to find me unless I'm holding my camera up. And for certain shots, actually holding my camera up without looking in the lens when there's a huge amount of people, it actually gets really, really good photos. So for example, if I'm using like a 16-35, which is what I usually use for my reception, dancing, like action shots, I'll hold that puppy up there, man, and I will get some epic shots. It's like there's a group of people all around and I can see the center of it. You know, the dress will be spinning in the center and it can be so, so epic. Also getting really, really low in the crowd can be cool too. So I love to play with the reception. Again, it's like a fly on the wall because I'm just standing in the crowd capturing the moment. You know, I'm not posing anything. Occasionally I'll get a good portrait of a couple dancing. Obviously we want to get portraits of all the guests that are there throughout the night, but the dance floor is a time for awesome portraits when they're dancing because they're in the vibe, they're in the mood for taking pictures, but also like it is so fun to just be in the mix and to play with your camera in a way that's a little different than any other part of the day. It's time for the cake cutting.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your eyes up to the balcony by this beautiful cake for some words from Yelena and Justin.
It was a really unique location for the cake cutting. I don't think I've ever seen a cake cutting like this before, although this was my first time documenting a wedding at the Orpheum Theater in New Orleans. All of the guests was down below, right? They're on the main floor and the bride and the groom are up above. They're able to see everyone. And so when the bride's giving a speech, it's almost as if she could see literally all of their faces. And so it was really fun to photograph because I could move all throughout the theater. I had some of my team down the floor, but I also got some really cool shots kind of peering over the couple's heads and seeing what they saw. So that was really, really fun for me to photograph. And I did still use only the light that was available. There was no flash for this. And I really love that drama in this situation. And so again, that's where having a really great camera and mastering your skills with your camera really can allow you to get beautiful images in the darkest of moments, which this was pretty dark, but we made it happen and it was beautiful.
Justin, a new stage of your life starts today, and I, as a father and
For speeches, I am really paying attention to the entire room. You can only get so many photos of the person given the speech, and I like to nail those in the beginning. I like to make sure I get kind of a nice shot. They're smiling, they're in between saying it kind of looks like a smile, you know. And of course, I'm also paying very, very close attention to the bride and the groom. I want to get their reaction to what the person is saying in the speech. But I also want to pay attention to, for example, in this one, this is the father of the bride. So what is the response of the mother, right? His wife. So I'm paying attention to everyone in the room that I know is important to the bride and the groom, which, to be honest, is everyone. So having the sensitivity, being able to move quickly and respond quickly during speeches to get people's raw emotions and reactions is an important skill to develop. And the good news is it is a skill that can be developed. But that's my approach with speeches, is really just let's get everyone as, you know, all their reactions, capture the story, the emotion, and really trying to bring that to life.
and happy life as husband and wife. Mazel tov.
So I do have a flash on from a lot of the behind the scenes here, but I'm not actually using the flash. The light here is so amazing. It's a theater, so it's dang good. I have no reason to use a flash in this situation. The only reason I have it on the camera is so that I'm prepared in the case that I do need it. Again, being prepared is always the best way to plan. All right, we're getting that flash going now. We're gonna play around with the flash a little bit, okay? So I do like to use the flash. I would say usually it's more towards the end of the night. And usually if I am using no flash, usually if I am shooting without a flash, I will have my second shooter be the one with the 16-35 lens for the more party dancing shots with the flash. It is so easy to nail images with that setup. For me, if I'm shooting without the flash, I will focus on more artistic shots that may have a little bit more movement, something that's showing a little bit more of the ambiance and the rawness of the moment, whereas the second shooter will have a totally different perspective. And I love having both styles for a reception. I think it is very suiting for the event because you're gonna have images that showcase it all, the really, really classy, timeless images, and then images that really show the energy and the party and the celebration that really is happening.
We're gonna do a countdown. Are we ready? Ladies, are you ready?
And we're getting ready for the second line. The second line is a historic way to send off the bride and the groom. And it was a blast to watch them and all of their guests, family and friends celebrate in this final hoorah, this dance, live music in the city. It was just an absolute celebration. All right, that's a wrap. I hope that you enjoyed this real and raw behind the scenes look of a high-end, large-scale wedding in New Orleans, Louisiana. It has been an absolute joy to take you on this journey, and be sure to like and subscribe so that you don't miss out on all of the upcoming wisdom, gold, and education that we have coming your way. And by the way, if you want to learn the 4 secrets to building a thriving business, to filling your inbox and booking dream clients within the next 42 days, I have a free training. Click the link below because you're not going to want to miss this one. I am taking you into the inside looks of my business. So go ahead, click that link, enjoy that, and I will see you next time here on our YouTube channel. Sending you so much love.